Alright guys, welcome back. Welcome back to our training, our email marketing series. And in this particular video, we're going to be talking about becoming a professional student. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of homework assignment here. So grab something to write with. This is going to be very, very important. This is very critical to your email marketing training here. Now, one thing that you guys have got to learn how to do, and it'll take some time. It could take you, days, weeks. It could take you a couple months to learn this stuff, but you will learn this stuff, and you're going to get very, very good at it. And I'm going to tell you and teach you how to get very, very good at this. Now, we're going to start talking about sales copy. And sales copy is nothing more than subject lines in the email copy, the email letter itself. Okay, so you're going to hear this term a lot, sales copy. All that means is the subject line and the body of the email. Okay, so if you don't know what that means, sales copy, that's exactly what that means. And we're going to get into that kind of stuff now. What you're going to want to do, guys, is you're going to want to create a text document on your desktop, and I'll show you how to do this once we go to the on-screen trainings. Create a text document on your desktop and leave it on your desktop all the time, and call that subject lines, okay? Call that subject lines and leave it on your desktop. And I even got this on both of my computers. I've got copy, I call them folders. There's folders in there, I call them sales copy folders. And what I do, guys, is I collect subject lines. And you want to do the same thing, guys. You want to collect subject lines. Let's briefly talk about these. Let's talk about these for a second. Now, an email subject line, the only purpose of the subject line, the only purpose is to get people to open the email, okay? That's the purpose of the subject line, to open the email. Now, check this out, guys. This is critical. Your subject line doesn't have to have anything to do with your offer, okay? Just so you're clear about that. It doesn't have to have anything to do with your offer. It doesn't have to have. Now, it can be related to what you're doing, but it doesn't have to, okay? Very important. The only purpose of this subject line is get people to open up that email. And some of the best things that you can put in the subject line, I'm not going to get too deep into it in this particular video, is what's in it for them. You know what I'm saying? What's in it for them? What's in it for the person that got that email? What's in it for them? Why should they open up that email? Is there some type of proof video in there? Some type of new training in there? Some type of results video? Some type of review video? There's got to be something in that subject line that causes someone to open up that email, okay? And by studying other marketers, you'll get very good at creating these subject lines. If you guys are on my list, you can get on my list just by going to googlemillionaire.com. But if you're on my list, feel free to copy my subject lines and copy and paste them and put them into this folder. And you guys can use those as references. You can even use them in your email marketing campaigns, your daily broadcasts, that kind of deal. Now, you can also open up a folder, a text document, and save the actual emails. If you get an email that you like, you can just copy the email, paste it, put it in a document. You can name it whatever you want to name it, slide it into a folder. Very important. You can put them all in one document and then just divide them and then just keep going, but that gets a little cumbersome because you've got this big, long, huge document that never ends. You're constantly adding more and more sales copy to it. So I like to put those individually in a text document and then just name it whatever I want to name it, and then just slide it into a folder, and then I can just quickly open up that email again and read it and say, oh, this is pretty good. Maybe use some of it or create something similar to it if you can't come up with your own ideas, okay? Very important, but I'll show you how to do this once we go to our on-screen recordings. Now, what you want to do is pick about 10 to 15 marketers that you like, people that you want to follow, people that you want to be like, people that you want to learn from, that kind of deal. Pick about 10 to 15, no more than 15. 15 is the max. 10 is the minimum, 15 is the max. Pick about 10 to 15, and I want you to get on their email list, okay? Subscribe to their email list, okay? Now, why I want you to do this is because we want to be professional students of the game, guys, okay? You need to learn how to do this kind of stuff. So this is what I did. is, you know, I'm on a lot of people's lists. I'm on Frank Kern's list. I'm on Ray Higgins' list. I'm on, you know, Simon Stepsis and Justin Varengia and Jamison Palmer and Clay Montgomery and many others I'm forgetting to mention. But the reason that I'm on all their lists is I read their emails. I'm a student. I'm not going to join their offers and all that kind of stuff. That's not the reason why I'm on their list. I'm on their list to learn from them because, number one, I study their subject lines. I look at their subject lines and I say to myself, would I open up this email? Would I open it up? Yes or no? I open it up anyway because I want to read the content and I want to see the format of the content. I want to see just all kinds of things, guys. I really dissect the emails, and like I said, once we get to the on-screen recording, we'll talk about these stuff more, but I really dissect the emails because I'm a student and I'm absorbing all this information. But get yourself on about 10 to 15 marketers' email list. You can get on my list up there if you wish, and I highly suggest that you do. And what I want you to do is I want you to start studying these emails every day. And trust me, it's not going to take long. It's not going to take long, a few weeks, a few months. You're going to start to get good at this stuff. You're going to start noticing things. You're going to start noticing powerful words, things that stand out, combinations of words that really stand out, things like that, okay? You're gonna be able to tell good subject lines from ones that are just average or very weak. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of top marketers, I'm talking about top guys that make 7 figures every single year. And some of them, their subject lines are not that great. They're not even that great, guys. Some of these people, their content is not even that great. But you learn from everybody because you know what? You know, this is one of those things where we're constantly evolving. We're constantly growing and we're constantly refining our skills. Me included, all of us. We're always learning, guys. And the person that takes all this in and learns the most usually creates the best stuff. And that's going to be you. That's going to be you because I'm telling you guys how to master the game here. Now, another thing you want to do is go ahead and unsubscribe from all the distractions, all the junk, all the garbage that you get in your email list. Get all that clutter out of there. Get all that mess out of there, okay? Just get off all those crazy, things that you don't need to be on. All these crazy lists or these crazy email things that you guys are getting. Get off all that mess and just focus on, the good stuff, the good content that you want to get from these 10 to 15 marketers. And like I just said, go ahead and the stuff that you get every day, swipe that subject line or the email itself. If you like the whole thing, grab both, paste that into a folder, okay? Now, you can start creating your own subject lines by just looking, or you can use the same subject lines that you get in your own daily broadcasts, okay? Very important, guys. This is where you're going to get a lot of ideas. This is where you're going to start getting very creative and you're going to start thinking of your own stuff, guys, okay? So I think that's going to be it for this particular video. We're going to keep this kind of short. Just being a professional student, becoming a student of the game, learning how to read and recognize good subject lines, good email copy, the body of the email itself. And I didn't really touch on this, but I'll just bring it up briefly about the email copy. When someone reads your email, okay, there's a call to action in your emails. You want somebody to do something inside that email. Usually it's click on a link, right? Watch a video, something like that. You want something to happen inside that email. Well, here's the deal, guys. The only purpose of that email, is that call to action. So when you read these emails, say to yourself, would I click on this link? Would I do what this person is asking me to do or telling me to do? Would I do it by what's written inside this email? Yes or no, guys? Yes or no? It's a real simple question to ask yourself. So when you're reading this email copy, when you're reading these from these marketers that you subscribe to, when you read this stuff, ask yourself, is it good copy or not? If it's copy that you like that letter, you think it's really good, you think it's powerful, you think parts of it are really good, that you may even use it yourself, or maybe you might model and create your own original stuff, but base it on something that you've already seen, go ahead and swipe that email copy, okay? Put it in a text document and then slide it into a folder where you can use at a future date. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this particular video. and I'll see you guys in the next training. Thank you, everybody.